we should be all set. A little bit bigger. Okay, there we go. Alright, everything is all set. Should be good to go. Alright. And is the music playing? Yes, it is. Alright. Hey, Connor, how's it going? Alright, so, welcome everybody to the final Chao Garden Livestream of 2024. Now, I had to spend some time reconfiguring something because last week, we actually got raided for the first time, and I missed the notification. So, I changed it so that the game plays on one side, and then the OBS is on the other. Because what I did last time was have the game over OBS, and I would like occasionally check the preview to make sure it didn't freeze or crash or anything. So, we'll try this different setup and see where it goes from there.
Select a stage.
Let me get that out of the way. Alright. So, I have, basically my game plan for today is focusing on negotiate and dash, but also take care of some of the other Chao. Reason is because I want to see if I can, get negotiate to beat the double Chao, this stream. Because after this live stream is over, I'm gonna try to switch things over to the yeah, hey Connor, good to see you. Once this live stream is done, then we're gonna go ahead and switch over to Chao World Extended, which is a mod for Sonic Adventure 2. Now, for those who know me, know I don't really do well with coding and technical stuff. But I did find a Discord group from the YouTube channel Chao, a Chao YouTube channel. So hopefully there's someone there that can walk me through the process of, how to set things up for Chao World Extended. Because by the time the Chao World Extended is on there, like by the time we do the next Chao Garden live stream, I would want us to have everything ready by then, so that way it's not a whole stream dealing with crashes and stuff. Hey, Catcraft Streams, good to see you. Says, I finally got Shadow Gens on PC. I finally escapade 30 frames per second land, and I can finally get into modding the game. Alright. Well, I hope you're having fun with that. There we go. The other thing I mentioned in the Discord and YouTube post is now that I think that enough time has passed, now would be the time to open up the floor of discussion to the Sonic 3 movie, spoilers included. So, actually, funny enough, I just got back from watching the Sonic movie for like a second time in theaters, which is actually something I've never done before. Like, usually when movies with movie theaters, I just do like a one and done kind of thing. And why are you throwing the chow fruit away? But for this one, I made a special exception because A, I really enjoyed the movie, but B, that way when we have the discussion about the Sonic movie, it's still fresh in my mind. Like, this time I actually remember who Agent Stone is, finally. It was just that, in the first two movies, he was just more of a sidekick than anything else. He wasn't really his own character. But, in the Sonic 3, in this movie, it's that, in this movie, it's that Agent Stone's character finally starts to shine. He finally gets his time in the spotlight, Like, when he broke into the Chao Garden and, like, disabled all those bots. And then just, like, warning Eggman, hey, something's not right here. He really came into his own character this time. Yes, I love you, but you need to finish eating. Hey, Cammy, good to see you. Jimmy Carter is dead? Wait, was that announced just now, Cammy? Or Kami, whichever. Like, I actually didn't hear about that. Connor asked, were you invited? Wait, were you asking if I was invited, or... Okay, good. Catcraft streams, I can walk you through the process on Discord DMS if you want. Actually, yeah, you know, like, any help would be greatly appreciated. Like, probably not today, but sometime next week, if I can message you on Discord, and then, like, we could just go over, like, you know, some of the do's and don'ts and, like, how to properly install it. But, yeah, any help would be greatly appreciated. Oh, Connor was asking if I was invited to a viewing of the Sonic movie. No, I just came by myself. Have I installed the mod loader? No, I have not. I haven't done anything with it yet. But yeah, you can DM me on Discord and I'll look into it once this is over. Not sure if it's gonna be tonight because after the live stream, I have to break down some boxes, take the trash out, and figure out what else I need to do. So it'll probably be whoa. Don't want to be running into the Chao in the air because that actually counts as hitting. Yes. But yeah, I just wanted to see the Sonic movie again because, to keep it fresh in my mind for our discussion today, because there were a couple things in the movie that I missed. Like, a big thing I missed, or actually no, a little thing I missed, is remember the scene in the Chao Garden when Sonic and the others were meeting with General Wallers? Turns out, if you look carefully in the Chao Garden, in the scenery, you'll find that there's actual chaos drives, or like light up chaos drives in the view. La 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 la, wake up and eat the Chao fruit. No, you. Look, I know you want to sleep, but look, just eat the fruit and then you can sleep. So, like, not only did I see that So not only did I see the Chaos Drives, but in addition, they were the same color as they were in Sonic Adventure 2. You saw the purple, the red, the yellow, and the green. Believe me, I tried to get Nagoshi not to sleep on the job. Trying to get you to eat too. Might as well get some more red Chaos Drives for Dash 2. Yeah, so it's like when I saw those Chaos Drives, I was like, oh my god, how did I miss that the first time? Let's see, what else did I miss? Okay, now you can sleep. For now. Wow, the people behind the Sonic Movie 3 did their homework. Oh, they absolutely did their homework, because it wasn't just the details in the Chao Garden, like, those little, symbols, or the little chows on the TVs, on the t-shirts, I should say, they were the same logos as they were in Sonic Adventure 2. And there were also billboards of like the Chaos Soda, and there was also the billboard of Chao in space. Yes, you heard me right. There was a billboard that showcased a movie, Chao in space. Like, they really, really paid attention to detail in this one. All right, I'm gonna get some red Chaos Rice for Dash. But like, you know, there's also that. There's also like Maria playing Live and Learn on the guitar. There's also, let's see what else is there. God, there's so much. Like as Sonic was about to exit the helicopter, he actually says, talk about a low-budget flight. No food or movies. We're out of here. And if you recall, that was Sonic's first line in Sonic Adventure 2. So I was like giggling with excitement when Sonic actually said that line. I wasn't really expecting him to, you know? Because like, the thing is, when you're making like call-outs or Easter eggs or references to something, the trick is to do it where it pays homage to the original, but at the same time, you also have to do it in a way that goes well with the movie. Like, you can't just say this reference and then expect it to flow well with the movie, you know? You really have to think about how to integrate it in. So, like, when Sonic was talking about the helicopter, he was actually on the helicopter as he was about to get out. The billboards with, you know, Chaos, Chow's in Space or Chaos Soda. Those were advertisements just like they were in the movie. No, in the game. So it's like the people behind this movie really did their homework and they really understood how to integrate all of these references into the movie. The other tricky thing was, you know, in terms of references, is how you integrate the music in there too. Because the music in Sonic Adventure 2 is so iconic that they're so iconic, they really stand out. But the trick is like how to integrate into the movie. Not only, you know, for the sake of the flow of the movie, but also for like I'm sure there's some legal or copyright reasons involved. So they were playing little bits of Live and Learn throughout the movie, like they played a little bit of the song near the end. There was also, I'm not gonna lie, I did tear up a little at the Maria flashbacks. I'm actually gonna say, of all the scenes in the movie, my favorite scenes are actually the ones with Maria. Like, some people might be surprised, like, wait a minute, what about the battle between Super Sonic and Super Shadow? What about them stopping the Ark? What about Gerald fighting Robotnik? What about any of those? They're awesome, yes, but here's the thing about the Maria scenes. The thing is that with Maria in the Sonic games, she was referenced to and talked about a lot, like, on the side. And we know that it's implied that there's a relationship between Maria and Shadow. But the thing is, it's only been talked about. It has never been fully explored. We never really saw Shadow and Maria, you know, actually hang out, get to know each other, and have those bonding experiences. Not unless you count Sonic X Shadow Generation Start Beginnings. That does a little bit of it, but not as much as the movie did. The movie actually did a really great job in terms of like diving into that relationship between Shadow and Maria and what that looked like. And how they did Maria, and Karna says they did Maria right. Yeah. The way others talked about Maria is that she was this absolute pure-hearted saint, this angel or blessing from above. And, you know, with the little bits of it, she's like, Shadow, for the sake of the world, give the people a chance to be happy and stuff. It's just like, it's more like an angelic figure rather than a character per se. But in this movie, they just show Maria as a girl. That's it. There we go. Like, they don't show Maria as this angelic figure. She's just a normal, playful girl, and that's all there is. And it works in this case because it makes Maria a believable character, which is why we feel happy when Maria's bonding with Shadow and have these fun times together, like hiding under blankets and like watching a movie, roller skating in a military base, playing around with food. You know, it's like those small little touches and small little details that make us care about Maria and enjoy the scenes with Maria and Shadow in it. And it makes it hurt when the inevitable happens, when we inevitably see Maria die. Like, we know Maria dies, but it's like, after building that bonding moment with Shadow and Maria, we feel the pain. You see the pain in Gerald's eyes. You see the sadness slowly turn into anger in Shadow's eyes. You understand what this meant to... Oh. Well, where was I? Ah, yes. You understand the weight of Maria's death and how deeply it affected Shadow. So, like, that's why it was, like, my favorite moments in the movie, where it really explored that relationship and created this strong bond between the two, and why it caused intense pain for Shadow when she inevitably dies. I'll talk a little more a bit. Kami says, if there was a God of War live action, who would you pick to play Kratos, Ares, and Zeus? I'm not gonna lie, I don't know. Like, I don't really know enough actors like that to see who would actively, or who would, like, you know, really portray those live action characters. Like, I'm sure there's some obvious picks right out the gate, but it's like, I don't really know for sure. Catcraft says, the mods are insane. Sonic X Shadow Generation, more like Sonic X Silver Generations. You know, the game hasn't really been out that long, and already there's, like, mods for Sonic X Shadow Generations? Like, how long does it take to make mods in the first place? And Connor says, and it seems Space Colony Arc doesn't exist in Sonic Movieverse. Yeah, I mean, it does make sense, in terms of the Movieverse, because, you know, in this instance, like, Gerald was all about, you know, creating, the weapons for Gun. You know, that seemed to be his main focus. He didn't really seem like he was working on, like, you know, ways to improve human life or finding a cure for Maria's illness, which apparently she doesn't have in this movie. There we go. Because we gotta get your stamina up, Dash. Let's see. And there were some other things about... Let's see, a couple other things that I loved about the Sonic movie. There were actually, in my opinion, there were some things about the the Sonic 3 movie that I feel like they actually did a little better than... Oh, thank you, Connor. There were some parts in the third Sonic movie that I feel they actually did a little better than the games themselves. One of which was, of course, the relationship between Maria and Shadow and how they explored it. The second thing is, you know, Shadow expressing emotions. What do I mean by that? Well, let me switch over to Shadow after I feed this Chao stamina fruit, and you'll understand why. And why are you not finishing your food? There we go. Okay. So let me switch over to Shadow, and I can explain what I mean.
Select a stage. Who will you be?
Sorry, just had to check something here. Alright, so take a look at Shadow right here. By the way, can we talk about where Shadow came from, a meteor or what? Oh yeah, we could talk about that absolutely in a bit. But look at Shadow's design. Like, even with the more modern Sonic games, or the more recent ones, the model remains pretty much the same. Where Shadow constantly has this angry look in his eyes. Like the eyebrows pointing downwards, and like always pointing towards, like, not like a positive expression, but like this constant state of like anger, like seriousness. But what they did with the movie version of Shadow, much similar to the movie design in Sonic, is that the design allows Shadow to show different kinds of emotions. It's not just anger 24/7. There's also like moments of happiness. Something you almost never see from Shadow, ever. But you see moments of happiness, especially when he's with Maria. You see sometimes moments of confusion where he thought he hit Commander Weller, I should say. But it turns out, you know, he hit someone else by mistake, and he was like, what? And he had this look of confusion, like he didn't understand what was going on. But most of all, like, we actually saw Shadow being sad. And because of the movie design on Shadow, it allowed Shadow to show those emotions, which in turn made him more of a relatable character, rather than, you know, maybe like a trope or something like that, or just this angry hedgehog and nothing more. Like, when you see the emotions on Shadow, you start to connect with Shadow a little bit more, because he's not just like a character, like he's his own being with, you know, thoughts, emotions and stuff, and the expressions on his face really shined and, you know, expressed what Shadow was thinking at that time. So enough about that. Let's talk about when he came out of the meteor. Now, this movie actually did, what they did was they did a little bit of show but not tell. And what I mean by that is they don't explain everything. Like, okay, he came from a meteor, but okay, but what meteor did he come from? Like, what planet is he from? Why was he created like a hedgehog? Why does he have those like rings and boots and stuff? The thing that it does, much like from the original game, is that the less you know about a certain character, the more mystery there is behind them. Now, there are ways to go about it where, like, you do the same thing and it's like not really that interesting. But with Shadow, you're intrigued because here is this hedgehog that is not only just as strong as Sonic and the team, but stronger than them. Someone that was so feared that Gun had to like seal him away because they were terrified of his power. And it's because of this unique obstacle to not just the world, but Sonic also, that makes him intriguing. And the fact that there's so little explained that we start to wonder, who is this character? Where did he come from? And yes, later games do explain Shadow's past and how he was created. However, what this does for the movie's sake is that it sets the groundworks, but it still leaves it open for the film producers and directors to figure out where to go from here. Because the problem is, like, when you write something into the lore of the movies, you have to stay consistent with it, you know? And what the risk could be is that, you know, you say one thing in the movie and then the next movie, you know, something else happens that changes the narrative. And you don't want that because it makes it uncomfortable for the viewers. So what they do is they show the shadow in the meteor, like they show him fully created, and like, you know, those who played the games, we know that that was probably from the Black Comet and like the Black Arms Army and stuff like that with Black Doom. We know that, but those who watch the movies do not. And we don't know if they're going to play one-to-one the same, because they certainly did not play one-to-one the same in this movie. Like, there was definitely some changes. So odds are there could be more changes to, you know, how the movie verse is going to play out in terms, like, you know, exploring Shadow's backstory. Like, we didn't even see Towers, you know, the guy with the 2 different eye colors. We didn't even see him at all throughout this movie. Not in the military base and not in the present time. But again, Towers wasn't introduced until way later. Hey, Mr. Brain Matter, good to see you. Mr. Brain Matter says, why is Shadow the Hedgehog the only game licensed by Nintendo? The most edgy game licensed from the most family-friendly company on Earth? Your guess is as good as mine. I don't know about, I don't know the details on that. Especially since Shadow the Hedgehog was released not just on the GameCube, but also like the Xbox and the PS2. So I don't know what was going on in there. Let's see, now where was I? Oh yeah. But like, it's definitely good that they did the less is more approach, so they don't explain every single thing. Shadow was an alien that came down to Earth from a meteor, and they were trying to examine his powers. That's it. End of story. They kept it simple enough so that way, you know, the lore is not too heavy on the viewers. Like, they can still enjoy the action without having to think too much. That even with this deep story with Shadow and the Space Colony Arc and Maria, they still kept it simple enough for a family-friendly audience to enjoy. Now, the third thing that I believe that the Catcraft Stream says, honestly, I think Commander Walters is Abraham Tower. See, I'm trying to visualize that, but there's a problem, and that is, well, a couple things. One is, around the time of the Space Colony Arc and the incident, Towers was still a kid, just like Maria, and I think Abraham Towers and Maria were like either distant relatives or like, you know, friends, a family kind of thing, because the main reason that in the games, the main reason that Maria was able to like go to the Space Colony Arc and live there until Gerald could find a cure for the condition that Maria has, which they did go over in the journal. The only reason that they were allowed to do that was because of Abraham Towers' family had allowed that to happen. So that's how Abraham Towers was there. The thing is, like, you know, one thing is, again, like, Abraham was a kid back then, but also, there was also the thing where, at that time, Abraham Towers wasn't working for Gunn yet. By the time we see Wellers in the movie, he's already, someone in the military, you know, someone, like, calling the shots, like, he's the one that made the call to, like, imprison Shadow after the incident.
Here we go.
And the other thing is that Abraham Towers has this strong grudge against Shadow. But Wellers, he didn't really have a grudge against Shadow per se. It was more like between understanding and also a little bit of pity as well, you know, like that it was unfortunate that this happened. In fact, Wellers was trying to prevent that soldier from shooting, because that soldier was most likely trying to aim the gun towards like Maria's direction, and Wellers was trying to step in. No, stop! There was a kid there. So like, I could see an attempt, but I believe that Towers and Wells are two separate characters. Like, the personalities are just too different. Okay, so I already got those.
Select a stage. Who will you be?
But anyway, that's my thoughts on the matter. Like, I believe there's a possibility for Abraham Towers to be introduced at a later point, because there could be a possibility that Abraham Towers could be, hey, Z Creates, good to see you. Where Towers could be introduced, because we didn't see everyone in the base. For all we know, Abraham Towers maybe could have been in the background somewhere. Ugh. Now, I mentioned, like, 3 things that I liked about the Sonic movie that did a little better than the games. One was the scenes with Maria and Shadow. The second one was about Shadow's facial expressions. But the third one, and some of you might disagree with me on this, just putting it out there. The third thing that I really enjoyed what they did in the movies, more so in the games, is the relationship between Shadow and Sonic. Here's why. From all the games, and like even up to the recent one, Shadow and Sonic have been more like rivals. Not exactly friends or partners per se, just rivals. Well, like, they butt heads, they crack jokes and insults to each other, trying to, like, see who's the best and stuff. But here's the thing that happened in the movie that never happened in the games. And that is where things went too far. Where, like, things got, like, very personal. Like, they were done messing around, done cracking jokes. They were done holding back. And that was when Shadow attacked Tom, thinking he was Wellers. And, like, Sonic was panicking that, you know, is Tom gonna die? It was at that point, you know, Shadow had realized he had caused the same pain to this guy what Gun did to Shadow. Secret says, I love Super Sonic, Super Shadow scene, love to live and learn being there. Well, Sonic 3 is doing well, so I think we're getting a spin-off Shadow movie. I feel like that's inevitable at some point. Much like them going over the lores of Sonic 2006, I feel like it's inevitable for
Select a stage.
for them to go over the lore of Shadow the Hedgehog. So, here's where things got very personal for Sonic and Shadow. It's like when Shadow attacked Tom, and he sees Sonic, like, over Tom, just panicking, like, trying to get him to wake up, if he's alive, if he's okay. And Shadow sees himself in Sonic, in terms of, like, seeing that pain inside him. And, like, when Sonic went to acquire the emeralds, he was done. He was absolutely done. He was done holding back. He was done playing nice. Like, it was going to come to serious blows. Which is something that Sonic and Shadow never had in any of the Sonic games or any of the TV series. Like, you can argue that, oh, maybe there was this serious fight. Well, no, not to that degree. Not to a degree where they were both hurting and were both, like, okay, we're ending this now. Like, you see Sonic getting serious when he turns Supersonic, and then Shadow said those beautiful lines like, now you understand the anger I felt, the pain I carried for 50 years, and you made the same choice I made. Like, God, Keanu Reeves did such a fantastic job with Shadow. He clearly understood what kind of character Shadow was. But it's like, they seriously came to blows. They went Supersonic, Super Shadow, and they had that serious fight where, like, they were done messing around. And there was even a part where, like, Shadow... Oh, whoops, let me go back. Sorry, let me take a look. Catmod says, Walters is basically just Towers, but his name is different and they changed some details. Maybe some characteristics, yeah. Towers being introduced would be boring because he would have seen that it's not Shadow's fault that Maria's dead, so he wouldn't hold a grudge, which is why he was good in 05. Yeah, like maybe in this movieverse, it could be like, you know, Towers is seeing what's going on, like why was there an explosion, and see Shadow with Maria and like think, oh, this is all Shadow's fault, you know, believing what Gunn stories, believing the story that Gunn had put out there. But going back to the discussion, during the fight with Supersonic and Super Shadow, there was a moment where Shadow scolds Sonic. Like, we're your friends. They tried to convince you not to go, but you came anyway. What kind of leader abandons his friends to pursue revenge? Abandons his own family? Because in Shadow's eyes, while he could see the similarities, he also saw the contrast. Like with Shadow, he had his loved ones taken away from him. But Sonic abandoned them. He left them to pursue revenge. And that kind of ticked Shadow off in a way. Like, your friends and families are still alive. How could you turn your back on them? And I thought you cared about them. Especially the one, what was his name? Tom, and that just set Sonic off. Like, he was absolutely ticked. He was about to finish him off, and Shadow's like, do it! I'm right here! But then comes to a point where they start calming down and start having that serious talk, where, like, the fighting's over, now they just sit down and have a talk about what they're feeling and what they're, going through. So, because of this, because there was that serious fight, and because things were said, things got out of hand, and then afterwards, they had the talk about, you know, like, what happened with each of their stories. Because they related to each other and understood each other's pain, they started to grow a stronger bond in the movie than they ever did in the games. Now, I mentioned that, you know, maybe they could be friends, but I was talking with Thomas about it, who also saw the movie with me. It was like, friends is a strong word. So maybe more like they understand each other better than, like, in the games. So, like, there were some really great things in the movie that was done so well. And, you know, with the Sonic movies, it's like with each Sonic movie, it got better and better and better. Like, it's like each movie built on top of the next. They learned what worked, they learned what didn't work, and they made those adjustments to make the best movie possible. Like, for example, in the second movie, one of the biggest complaints about that movie was because there was a segment that was focused a little bit too much on the human characters, and it kind of disrupted the entire flow of the movie, where it's like they were looking into this other plot point that really shouldn't have been such a focus, or shouldn't have had so much attention. But with this movie, the third Sonic movie, it's a different case, because they've learned, okay, don't spend too much time on the humans, just focus on the main plot. But it was the other thing that, you know, made the first Sonic movie really good was because they had one single plot and they never deviated from it. And, you know, same thing with the third Sonic movie. They had a main plot and they never changed what the plot was. They never deviated from it to, like, discover, like, a side plot. They mainly focused on what the movie was all about. And it never disrupted the flow of the movie. So, I would say easily, the third Sonic movie is the best movie of the trilogy. Bar none. And it's like, if I were to put them in order from, like, best to least liked, because I don't hate any of the Sonic movies. It's more like, you know, which ones I love, which ones I love not as much. Z-Create says, when Shadow did the, what was his name again? Tom bit, Sonic had a similar reaction to Goku when Frieza somewhat mocked Krillin after he killed Krillin. Yeah, you could make that comparison. It was like the point where it's like it was someone who was really important to him, and for this other guy to just mock him really set him off. Like when Frieza was mocking Krillin, that really set Goku off. When Shadow was mentioning Tom, that set Sonic off. You know, so that's a pretty good one-to-one comparison. But what about you guys? What did you think about the third Sonic movie as a whole? Like, do you have any favorite scenes in particular that you want to talk about, or like maybe like some certain scene, or how they did a certain character? You know, how Jim Carrey did.
Select a stage.
Now, one thing I will say about Jim Carrey playing both Dr. Eggman and Gerald. Shut up, Mama Joe! Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! Because you got in my way! Connor says, it was incredible, 9 out of 10 for me. Which is kind of curious, what was that 1 point taken away for? Was there like something you thought could have changed or maybe improved? And then a little later, we'll talk about the post-credit scenes. Because there's quite a lot to go into those. Like, the post-screen, or the post-credit stuff didn't show too much, but what they did show speaks volumes of what could come next. Let's see. Z-Create says, I'd say the scene of Super Sonic and Super Shadow working together was my favorite, especially because they had Live and Learn being played. Yeah, I really enjoyed that. Definitely enjoyed hearing, Live and Learn, whether it be the orchestrated instrumental or some of the lyrics. Um, Zcrea says, wait, I haven't seen the post-credit scenes yet? Hmm? Wait, so you only saw the movie but not the post-credits? Oh. Oh, okay. Um, like, I'm pretty sure you could find, like, the post-credit scenes on YouTube. I'm sure they're out there somewhere. They're not that long, so you could probably check them out real quick, and then we can talk about it a little later. So, there is a minor gripe I have with how they used Live and Learn in this movie. Is that they only played a couple lines, and it felt kind of weird. Like, you could tell it was the original recording, but it was like, live and learn, you may never find your way. And, like, in the middle of that, they just quickly cut to, way, oh, 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 yeah. It's like that transition felt rough. And that was like, it's probably because, like, and that's probably because, like, I've heard the music piece countless times. It didn't really, that transition didn't really flow as well, you know? Like, I would have preferred it if they kind of spaced it out, where it's like, you may never find your way, whoa, 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 oh yeah. Like, a smoother transition than what we got in the movie. But, like, that's just me nitpicking. And I understand that, there are probably limitations to what they could do in terms, like, the music. Like, they did have the Eggman theme from Sonic Adventure 2 play, but it was more like a ringtone where it went like, did-dad, did-dad. Like, when I heard that music piece, I was like, oh, Eggman theme, Eggman theme. But it's like, we couldn't get the music piece fully played out. Because, I don't know, maybe it's because of, like, license holders and stuff like that. Like, they kind of sprinkle the Eggman theme and Live and Learn there. I just wish that, like, during the Supersonic and Super Shadow fight, we would have heard more of Live and Learn. But, that's just me. I don't know what goes on in the production world. I don't know what kind of legal issues they might have been going through. Because I heard Sega's having legal issues with, Crush 40 in terms, like, who has ownership of, their songs and the Sonic games. Which I'm kind of thinking, now that's an issue? Why is it now an issue instead of, like, all those years ago? All those years where, like, Crush 40 music was playing in, like, Sonic games and Sonic movies and stuff, and now there's legal issues? I don't know. So yeah, I don't know what goes on production-wise. Connor says, can we talk about how Robotnik and Gerald break the fourth wall? That was unexpected. Yeah, I was laughing my butt off when I saw that, where it was like, oh, almost like two characters in a movie played by the same actor. Like, that's definitely something Jim Carrey would do. Like, he would definitely do something silly and unexpected. That had Jim Carrey written all over it. In fact, it was said in an article that the dance scene in the third Sonic movie was actually Jim Carrey's idea. That was probably not in the original plan for the movie. That was actually, the dance scene was all Jim Carrey's idea, which honestly does not surprise me at all. Okay, so power is at the maximum level. Got those spikes coming up real nice. That's really a supersonic Chao right there. Look at that. That is the face of a supersonic Chao. Look into the eyes and you will see terror. But I do need to get stamina up. Zecreate says, you know what, just go ahead with the post-credit stuff. I'll be good on it just because I don't have the visuals. Yeah, I'll try to explain it as best I can to give you a good idea. But yeah, going back to, like, you know, Jim Carrey playing Eggman and Gerald. Eggman was absolutely phenomenal to watch. I absolutely loved it. I will say, though, like, while I did enjoy seeing Jim Carrey play Gerald, I felt there were some times where maybe it was, like, a little too goofy. Like, yeah, Gerald went insane after Maria died, but not like cuckoo crazy kind of insane. More like a vengeful insane. It felt a little out of place in terms of, like, you know, who Gerald Robotnik is. But, you know, in terms of, like, Jim Carrey playing Dr. Eggman, it did make sense in terms of, like, you know, Jim Carrey, no, sorry, let me get my words right. In terms of, like, Jim Carrey playing both Eggman and Gerald, it worked for the movie in terms of, like, you know, those two being very similar, because if Gerald acted all serious and Eggman acted all goofy, then it would definitely feel even more weird. So, in terms of, like, having Jim Carrey play the role, it was probably the best that could be done with those two characters. At least in my opinion. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying Gerald was done badly in the movie. Not at all. Like, you still got the anger. You still got the vengeance part of Gerald Robotnik. You know, you still see him as being evil and wanting to destroy the world. Where it's like, you know, Sonic and even Eggman versus Gerald in the end, because they're trying to stop him from destroying the world. Like, you still get the vengeance part. What the? Wait! Dash! Oh no, you tripped. Here, have Chao fruit. It says, I love that dance scene. Oh yeah, the dance scene was definitely Jim Carrey. It was Jim Carrey 2.0 because there were two of them. There we go. Oy. What the? Who's crying? Oh. That's probably Rifkin crying. I'll get to him in a bit. What are you drawing? Hold on, let me get Dash back over here. Oh, is that Amy? Is that what you were drawing? Whoops, wrong one. Huh. I've never seen a Chao draw that before. That's definitely a first. Zecrea says, I wish the Bio Lizard was in the movie properly, though. Oh, instead of that little Easter egg they showed in that little movie. Here's the thing, though. The way the movie played out is if the Bio Lizard was in the movie, then in terms of the movieverse, it actually wouldn't make any sense. Because the reason the Bio Lizard came to be was because of an experimentation about applying the energy of the Chaos Emeralds to living tissue. And the Bio Lizard was a result of, like, that happening in an unsafe manner. Causing the lizard to grow out of control.
Select a stage.
And you know that the bio lizard was originally created to be the original ultimate life form. Yeah, the original ultimate life form as a means to finding a cure for Maria. So, in terms of the movie and how it played out, there was no searching for a cure for Maria's sickness, or like studying the power of the Chaos Emeralds for 50 years ago. At least not that we know. All we knew in the movie was that Shadow had Chaos power. Did it come from the Chaos Emeralds or not? We don't know. So, if the Bio Lizard were to be in the third Sonic movie, considering how the movie played out, it would feel more like the Bio Lizard was shoehorned in just for the sake of it being there, rather than it, you know, flowing with the rest of the plot. It's like, it wouldn't really make much sense, you know? Let's see. Connor says, also remember the dark theory I had about movie Robotnik back then? I don't think I do remember, Connor. Could you remind me about that? Yeah, I'm getting these red Chaos Drives for Rifkin now. Because Dash has all the Chaos Drives that he could take in. So, there's not really much else I could do. So, now it's just getting the Chaos Drives for Rifkin. And also I gotta feed Rifkin, too. That Robotnik might get killed off. Here's the thing. In the second Sonic movie, we see Eggman disappearing in the fire and explosion. And he somehow survived. So, here's what that death scene does for the movieverse. It leaves the door open for Robotnik potentially returning. But at the same time, if Jim Carrey decides, okay, that's it, I'm done, I'm not doing any more movies, then it could be like a proper final send-off for Jim Carrey and his character. So with this, how they did in the movies, in the movieverse, they could go both ways. They can either Jim Carrey is interested in doing more Sonic movies and comes back, and they can somehow make him come back because Eggman just won't die. Or if Jim Carrey says, okay, I'm done, they could, you know, actually keep him dead for good. Connor says, I can't believe my theory came true. Well, that's the thing about theories, is that sometimes those theories become realities. So, congratulations. Your theory was correct. How do you feel? How do you feel about a theory that got a character killed? I'm just messing with you. I'm messing with you. Secret says, I kind of want some more obscure stuff in the movies, to be honest. Do you mean like how they handled the Chao Garden? Because that was pretty obscure to me. Like, they just play it off as like, you know, this fun little cafe place in Tokyo. Connor says, uncomfortable. Oh, what's uncomfortable about being right about a theory where a character potentially dies just as you predicted? It's not like you wrote the name down in a death note or anything.
Too easy for me. Select a stage.
Sorry, just checking something really quick. Just making sure the quality of the stream's going good. Make sure frame rate's going okay.
Who will you be?
Ah, don't worry, Connor. I mean, it's not the end of the world. Okay, so frame rate's okay, good. Gotta do a little quality check. Okay. Alright, so I believe now is the time to talk about the post-credit things. And much like with the other post-credit stuff, Z-Create says, I mean stuff from, like, lore from Sonic Rush and other obscure Sonic games. They could do that, you know, like, in terms like Jeff Fowler and the others, they handled the Sonic lore in the movieverse really well. Like, they are telling their own story. It's not one-to-one, clearly. But, you know, with what they're telling, they're doing really good in terms of, like, doing right by the Sonicverse. And now I gotta go over and feed Rifkin. So, in terms of, like, future Sonic products, or future Sonic projects, things are looking really good for the Sonic movieverse. We're eating good. Yep, it was Rifkin. Come on, if you want something, you gotta get it. There you go, there you go. You gotta reach for it. You gotta reach for it. There you go, there you go. Now you gotta work for it. Nugget! Okay, fine, you can have it. Gotta work for these little babies that wouldn't do chores around the house. Here, you want this? You want this? You want this? Very good, very good. We're gonna do your exercises. Rifkin wants you to be a powerful Chao, so you gotta get some exercise in. That's right, work for it. Work for the food, that's right. You're gonna get your exercises in. Come on, you can run further than that. Oh, I see what you're doing. You want me to bring the fruit to you. Alright, fine. But only because you're smart and clever. That's the only reason. Also, I love you. Oh, she's a little down too. Hold on. I got you. Catcraft Stream says, you seem kind of abusive. I'm calling Child Protective Services. Wait a minute. No, I'm not abused. I was making Chao do the exercise. Like, Shadow's just training the Chao to be independent. That's all. That wasn't abusive. Oh, good. Sage just taking care of herself. Yeah. What are you watching? You turn on the TV. You turn on the TV, and then suddenly you go run off and play with a ball. Talk about irresponsible. I mean, if you just leave that on, you're just charging up the electric bill. You know how much the people pay to keep everything up and running here? Yeah, it's my ball. Mine. Here. Want to make sure you have a full stomach. Oh, now the TV turns off. Actually, Catcraft Streams, while you're here, I do have a question. When you put in the mods for Chao World Extended, are you still able to keep the Chaos that you currently have, or do they get erased? Because again, I don't really know too much about the mod stuff, but hopefully I can still keep the chows that are already in the garden. Alright, go get more red chaos drives. Imagine the movie characters meeting their game counterparts. I can imagine that. Especially with the two Knuckles meeting each other. Like, you are an impressive Echidna warrior. I demand satisfaction in a duel of honor. And then the video game Knuckles is like, why are you talking so weird? Like, I couldn't even understand half of the stuff you were saying. Like, if you want to fight, we can fight. No need to be poetic about it. The two Tails would, like, talk for days on end about, like, inventions and tech and stuff. Because there is some tech stuff in the Sonic movies that aren't even in the Sonic games. And then, you can imagine the two Sonics having a competition going fast. And then Shadows, the two Shadows have a conversation of, like, what happened in terms of, like, Maria in their world. And, like, what happened as a result. And, the two Eggmans, I could hardly see them getting along. Like, if the two Eggman couldn't get along in, like, Sonic X Shadow Generations, they're not gonna get along with their game and movie counterparts of each other. That's just not happening. What next is Lyric going to be the main... What next? Is Lyric going to be the main villain for Sonic 4? Lyric? Is Lyric from, like, the comics or something? So, yeah, we could take a minute and talk about the post-credit stuff and, like, talk about the future of the movie-verse for Sonic, because it's already been confirmed the fourth Sonic movie is happening. It's just a question of what it's going to be and, like, what other spin-offs are going to be. Blah. Lyric is the villain from Sonic Boom Rise of Lyric. I don't know. I don't think they're gonna do Lyric as, like, a movie villain. Maybe, like, a spin-off series villain, sure, but not, like, movie villain. Because, if you recall, the Sonic Boom games kind of sucked. And not exactly marketable, per se. Now, like, with Sonic 2006, yes, that was a bad game. But, like, looking back, it's so bad that it's actually enjoyable. And, like, they could go that route of, like, you know, exploring, you know, Iblis and Mephiles and stuff, considering what they did with Knuckles and the Flames of Disaster. Let's see, Catcraft Stream says, I haven't played it, but I'd assume so. Okay, that's not red. And if it does, just disable the mod and it'll be back to normal. Okay. Yeah, like, in the Discord group I just joined, I'll ask around, see what information I can get. Hopefully we don't lose the Chao here because, you know, we spent a lot of time, almost a whole year's worth, growing and... I grabbed a wrong Chaos Drive. Growing these Chaos, and I'd rather not lose them if I can avoid it. But we'll see. We'll see. And, like, if all the Chaos get deleted because of this mod, like, I would have to have, like, a memento for, like, all the Chaos that lost their lives. Like a memorial wall with all the pictures and the gifts of the Chaos that came before. Okay, I need to stop thinking evil. Sonic's racing, Tails rambling about tech stuff, Knuckles sparring, Shadows therapy. Yeah, I could see that. All right. I get some more water. Now then, let's talk about the post credits finally, and see what like the potential future could be. So, in one of the post credits, because there's two of them, is that Sonic runs all the way to New York, saying he overshot the finish line, and then we see something in the background, some like Terminator like, and then we see, Metal Sonic. Yes, that's right, Metal Sonic. And the way they designed Metal Sonic, he was like note to note the absolute freaking same as he was in the game. Like the design, the appearance, it looks so good. Like they actually they grabbed the Metal Sonic from the game verse and plopped him into the movie verse like a easy, effortless transition. And here's the thing, like, Sonic begins to fight Metal Sonic, but then you see red glowing eyes everywhere. Like, you see an army of Metal Sonics. Not just one, an army. All just surrounding Sonic, ready to jump on him. Then, I saw a streak tearing apart the Metal Sonics, and I thought, oh, wait, Shadow came back. But as you look more carefully, you see that the stream is pink. And it has the iconic Pico Pico hammer. Then you see from the moon, much like a Ruby RWBY entrance, you see Amy in a robe taking out all of the Metal Sonics. Well, she doesn't say anything because, you know, the voice actress hasn't been confirmed yet. But, like, she shows up, beats up all the Metal Sonic robots, and Sonic's like, who are you? And then she pulls up the robe, and it was like Amy Rose. The audience was freaking out when they saw Amy Rose. It was absolutely awesome.
Who will you be?
Connor says, I was shocked Metal Sonic appeared in the post-credits. I literally called out Metal. Like, Thomas and I were thinking the exact same thing. Oh my god, it's Metal Sonic. Hold on, let me get some water. I'll be right back. Movie Metal Sonics, it's too late. Go. All right. Good. All right, I'm back. Nope. Fine. Sorry, I'm just kind of picky about this thing. Connor says, also thanks to the post-credits, I think we know who's going to be the main villain in Sonic Movie 4. Do we, though? Do we? Because here's the thing. First off, it's very fitting that, you know, both Metal Sonic and Amy are introduced at the same time, because in Sonic CD, Amy and Metal Sonic were both introduced at the same time, so it's fitting that they're introduced together. Now in terms of Amy, I really like what they did with Amy. Like, just in that one little scene alone, they made Amy a really likable character, a strong figure. And, you know, this has nothing to do with, you know, like, this has nothing to do with, you know, women empowerment or, well, maybe it does have something to do with women empowerment, which, hey, I'm all for. But it's nothing to do with, like, you know, woke or, like, political stuff or anything like that. It's just making the character more stronger and more competent. They're not making the character a damsel in distress. Basically, what they did with Amy in this post-credit is what they did with Princess Peach in the Mario movie. And now I want to watch that movie. Maybe I'll do it after the stream. In terms of not making this character a damsel in distress, but rather this strong, independent woman who doesn't need no man to save her. She could take care of herself. And I really like that. Like, some may say that, oh, that's not the original concept of Amy. She's a damsel in distress who loves Sonic. Well, I like this version better. Like, even in Sonic Frontiers, like, she's getting stronger on her own. She still loves Sonic, but she's coming onto her own becoming her own character. Like, she could stand on her own instead of having someone constantly save her. So that's what I really like. Now, going back to what Connor was saying, like, who the main villain's going to be, here's the thing. Catcraft Stream says, wait, if there'll be one more new character, here's how I can figure it out maybe. Sonic CD adaptation, yep, with Metal Sonic and Amy, that means there is time stones. Right, because that was the main thing of Sonic CD. And the Amy we saw in the post-credits seems like a much stronger and more confident version than we saw in the original Sonic CD. So it could be like a version of Amy Rose from the future. Like, maybe the Metal Sonics have taken over this time zone and Amy needs some help. Time Stone allows you to time travel. What Sonic character is known for time travel? A white hedgehog named Silver. Could Silver be the new one since Iblis is already something else? Now that's interesting. That's actually interesting. Let's dive into that a little bit more. You need stamina. Woo! Guys, like, when they're flying around, I gotta be careful not to run into them, because that does count as hitting them if you do run into them. Like, there was one time off stream where it's like I was flying around his tails, I accidentally run into Quartz, and you just falling asleep. I need you to be awake. Now, where's Rifkin? Where? Oh, there he is. Yeah. Hey, Sonic, give me good to see you. Oh, I gotta get Red Chaos Stripes for Emmy, too. I just forgot. And Dash fell asleep. Okay, whatever. Sonic Gaming says, the new stupid timelines is hard to get used to. Are you talking about, like, the multiverse theories and stuff? Oh, look at Rifkin. He loves Shadow. He absolutely loves him. Which is going to be really painful if Chao World Extended means we get rid of all these Chows. But we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. Let's get your stamina up, too. So, going back to what... Also, a leaker called Daniel RPK says Paramount has big plans for Silver. Well, ever since the Paramount Plus series with Knuckles and talking about, you know, the flames of disaster and Iblis, Silver is inevitable at this point. It's just a matter of how well they're going to do it. No, the live stream time when the Chao Garden Livestream starts. Oh, okay. I mean, it's kind of strange where it's like the Saturday live streams start later and the Chao Garden live streams start earlier. I can understand that. Time zones? Yeah, it could be that. What was I going to say? Ah, yes. Going back to what Catcraft Streams was talking about in terms like, you know, so here's the thing. Those metal Sonics in the post credits seemed like they were mass produced, like they were like drones following orders. They don't really seem like, you know, independent thinkers or anything. So here are my thoughts on the upcoming movie. Is that I was watching YouTube and I don't get notifications. Sonic Gaming, did you hit the bell button next to the subscribe button? Because if you click on the bell and turn on, like, you know, notifications for like all, then you should be notified as soon as the latest live stream comes on. Or at least that's how it should work. And he's like pushing Rifkin aside. Yeah, so try clicking the bell button and like see if that makes a difference next time. That's so adorable. Here comes little Sonic, fight for attention again. So here's my thoughts. Here are my thoughts. Is that in terms of like, you know, the fourth Sonic movie, in terms of the villain, my two thoughts of like the possible main villain is either A, Mephiles, and why are you constantly vying for my attention? Is either A, Mephiles, you know, as he learned about, you know, Sonic and he like mass produced the Metal Sonics, you know, to copy his powers and then, take over the world or universe or whatever, so that could be a possibility. Oh, you're starving, that's why. But the second idea, ooh, excuse me. I clicked on the bell when I first subbed to you, but if you're on the app, it doesn't send a notification because you're already on it. Huh. Interesting. Yeah, I mean, I'm not really sure what else it could be, but if you hit the bell, it should help. But if you're on the app, that's kind of strange that it doesn't give that notification. Interesting. The other idea I have for like who the villain could be is not necessarily Metal Sonic, but Neo Metal Sonic. A Metal Sonic more powerful than any of the other Metal Sonics. Yeah, Connor, like Connor was saying, like Neo Metal Sonic, like either Metal Sonic or Neo, because like all those other Metal Sonic clones seemed like they were God, I get so paranoid when they sit still like that. And now they go la. Oh, wait. No! I missed it! No! I missed the gift. I missed the gift of Dash being on a Pegasus. And all because you two want attention. I could have made a gift, but you two just love my company, don't you? You're just following me around, hoping for treats and snacks and hugs and pets, and then you just all cuddling like that. And I give you the attention anyway because I love you too. Oh, come on! So, like, going back to, you still hungry? Oh, hold on. So Sonic Gaming says maybe Eggman caused Shadow, because Shadow maybe could have teleported Eggman away from the arc before the arc exploded. Oh, you're talking about Shadow teleporting Eggman before it exploded? And if you look at its head as a Sonic quill shape inside of it, if you look at its head, it has a quill shape inside of it? Really? I must have missed that. Oh, wait. Hold on, I got a fruit for you too. The only people that have Sonic Quills are Tom and Eggman. Maybe. Yeah, if you could share it on Discord, that'd be great, because I must have missed that. Like, hopefully I could see Dash on a... What the... God, I really hope I can get Dash to play on the pogo stick again. How do I get you to play on the pogo stick again? Oh, jeez. Hold on. Whew, that was close. There you go. But yeah, I was thinking that, you know, it has to be Neo Metal Sonic, you know, more powerful than all the other ones. Because whoever made those Metal Sonics, they had to have had knowledge of Sonic somehow. And Longclaw was keeping Sonic a secret as much as she could because of the power Sonic had. So Neo and Metal Sonic are going to be separate characters? Possibly. Possibly. Like, you know, the regular Metal Sonics can be clones, and then there's like Neo Metal Sonic as the leader of the bunch, you know, something like that. But again, that's just a thought, you know. And then there was the second post-credits where you see the inhibitor ring, and then you see Shadow pick it up. Yes, Shadow is alive. What they'll do with Shadow? Who knows? The only question, who activated Neo Metasonic? Good question. I don't know. It's all just speculation at this point. Like, what I'm gonna have to do is, if I can't get the Chao to do the pogo stick during the live stream, I'll have to, like, keep stalking Dash after the live stream until I can get that gift. It's what I'm gonna have to do anyway. So, you know, like, Silver is going to be inevitable at this point, since we already have Iblis and the Flames of Disaster, which also means Mephiles is going to be inevitable. Now, here's a question. Where would such a movie take place? Because in Sonic 06, it took place on an island known as Solaris. And I seriously doubt they could do the plot of Sonic 06 within the confines of Green Hill Zone or London. Like, in order to do it right, they would have to find an island that is similar to Solaris. Gotta make sure you're fed too. Agent Stone. Yeah, don't worry, Catcraft Streams. I remember who Agent Stone is now. Oh, wait, you're referring to one of the other comments. Okay. Wait, Catcraft Streams says, Agent Stone is the only one who could have freed them. Robotnik pre-made the army and Agent Stone released them. But I'm kind of curious as to why Agent Stone would do that in, like, at this point. Maybe, like, an alternate timeline of Agent Stone, maybe? Jeez, everybody's falling asleep. My God. The island was called Soliana. Solaris is Mephiles and Iblis mixed together. Oh, whoops. So yeah, they would have to find an island similar to Soliana, or like make it from scratch with, like, I don't know, sets and, you know, digital arts and stuff. Like, they cannot do the plot of Sonic 06 in the Green Hill Zone or London. That's just not gonna happen. Like, what they could do is, like, you know, Sonic and friends and family are taking a much needed vacation. So they got this cruise trip, like they won from a contest, and take this cruise to the island of Soliana where they get this amazing vacation and stuff. I did see a theory that maybe after Robotnik death, Metal Sonic was activated like a Deathman switch or something. I mean, that could be potentially what happened. But if that was the case, how does Amy factor into it? Like, I think it goes back to, like, the time stones, the different timelines. So maybe something like that. I could potentially see that happening because Eggman did have the Sonic Quill at the end of Sonic 1. So maybe he already made them on the side? Rifkin! There you go. Catcraft Stream says, if they did Soliana, they'd have to film it in Venice, because if you don't know, Soliana was based on Venice. That is true. You are right. So it could be an easy thing to do the recording in Venice, you know, to get that same feel. Although, they have to have some part of Soliana where there's a street sign that says 60 miles per hour. Like, I was watching a Lythero video about his playthrough of Sonic 06, and Zyzix_ actually points out, dude, look at the sign! 60 on a public street?! Like, maybe they can make a joke about that somewhere. Oh, yeah, you remember that, Catcraft. You remember that. Oh, that's what it is. Okay. Cool, getting your training in, I see. Very nice. Oh, now Nagoshi wakes up. Like, while Team Sonic is on vacation, Tails is like 60 on a public street. That's not safe. And Sonic's like, I don't know. For me, that almost seems too slow. Yeah, that's perfect. That's actually perfect. That would work really well in the movie. No, that wouldn't work. Like, I had a theory of what could be in an upcoming movie, but I was like, nah, that's not gonna work. Oh no, you tripped. Too bad. I'm feeding you chow fruits so you don't have to trip again. There you go. Oh, I need to feed you chow fruits too. Because you're very hungry. And you need some chow fruits. Oh, look at that, Connor. Negoshi's at max stamina now. Like, it cannot go any higher than that, and Fly is also maxed out. Now, one thing I could do to speed up, you know, increasing Negoshi's speed is getting green Chaos Drives for Negoshi. Because Fly is already maxed out. So, like, if I give Negoshi green Chaos Drives, it shouldn't really do too much in terms of transforming that Chao. Where's Amy? There she is. Sonic Gaming says, sorry, can't find it. That's okay. It's all good. Back to Amy. Who's going to voice her? Well, the safe thing they could do is, like, go to one of the video game voice actresses at Amy already, much like they did with the, video game voice of Tails. They could do that. Oh! Amy got cooked! That's right, you get back up. But the problem is there's been more than one voice actor of Amy, so who would be the best one? I don't know. Oh no! I hit the button! Ow! Hold on, I gotta fix this. Hold on. There you go. It's not going to increase Negoshi's stamina, but I accidentally took the fruit by mistake, and you know that what happens, you know, Chokes cry. So, that time it was a misinput. Okay, so you're good. Yeah, sorry about that, Negoshi. Just a little misinput. Okay. Maybe also if Eggman died, then maybe when the arc exploded, the explosion maybe with the Sonic Quill, the Eggman set an arm. Like maybe with the explosion of the Eclipse cannon that it was sent to another space and time? I don't know, maybe. I mean, it looked kind of like a black hole. But yeah, it was the Eclipse cannon, not the arc. That is one of the changes they made. Where it's like, it's not like a space colony. It's more like just a weapon. Because most of the stuff that happened in Shadow's backstory happened on Earth and not the arc. So there was never a need to build the space colony arc in this case.
Select a stage.
Alright, let me get green Chaos Drives for Negoshi. Kind of speed up the whole running process. Connor, you don't mind if I give Negoshi green Chaos Drives, right? Just to make sure we get the run stat up. Okay, cool. Still, I can't believe the Chaos Stripes actually appeared in the Sonic movie. That is attention to detail right there. Go.
Select a stage.
Wait, no! I didn't mean to do that! Shoot!
Select a stage.
Okay. Ooh. Look at the goosey running. Right. So now we're gonna focus on getting speed up as fast as we can. Call the arc because I'm used to calling it that. That's understandable. Like, when I first saw it in the trailer, I was like, when I saw it in the trailer, I was like, oh, that's the arc. Hey, what is life? Good to see you. Oh, thanks for the raid the other day. Really appreciate it. So I may go for a little bit longer than usual. We'll see. But that's because I want to try to get Negoshi's run stat as high up as possible so that Negoshi can go up against the Devil Chao. Like stamina is maxed. Fly is maxed. Swim and power are pretty good. It's just, you know, a lot of it's going to come down to speed. Like, if Negoshi can't keep up in the running, then the other stats are going to matter. Go.
Select a stage. Who will you be?
What is life? What is life says? Anytime. Here to learn from a pro. I love Chao stuff. Thanks. I mean, I've learned a lot. Like, in this year alone, I've learned more about Chaos than I ever did in, like, the years when I was first playing it as a kid. And there's actually another YouTube channel called CHOA, Choa, that goes into like the mod Chao World Extended, but also like, you know, animations of Chaos and like, you know, taking care of them. So it's like I've been looking through numerous sources and sites to learn about the do's and don'ts. Like one thing I've learned is no matter how connected the Chao is to the character, if you take a fruit away from them, they will immediately cry. Like, that was something, like, back when I was younger, I only saw that when a Chao was abused multiple times. But when a Chao fruit is taken away, like, oh no, they are going to cry instantly. But I've also learned other things, like, you know, how the different chaos, evolving the Chao in different ways can, you know, change how Chao grows. Like, this is a neutral swim Chao. Like, I've never made a neutral swim Chao. This right here is a supersonic Chao, which is basically, you make it a neutral run Chao. Like, you race it with both Sonic and Shadow, and you give it speed Chaos Drives. And then after the Chao evolves into a neutral run Chao, you switch from the green Chaos Drives to the red Chaos Drives. And that's how you get Supersonic Chao. And this is a shiny brown egg for future reference. Not a gold egg, shiny brown. There's actually a distinct difference in the game. So, like, there's so many different ways you can grow and raise Chao. And there's also been other Chaos, like, you know, two-toned and, like, shiny two-toned, stuff like that, you know. There is so much to learn there's so much to learn about the Chao Garden. And it is really a testament to how the developers made the game back then. The fact that, you know, this is like, I don't know, close, if not over 20 years old, and we still learn so much about, you know, the Chao Garden that we didn't even realize as a kid. Like, for example, the Tails Chao and Knuckles Chao, we thought it was because, you have to raise the Chao as Tails or Knuckles. Doesn't work like that. Nope. Oh, right, Smarty. We almost forgot about him. He was taking a little Christmas break, but I'll send him back to school. Here, once I get these green Chaos Drives to negotiate, I'll send him back to school. Glad you reminded me, because I almost completely forgot. No. Wait, you don't want Smarty going to school? Next week, I'll send you a text when I'm back in school. Alright. Well, hopefully next week the Chaos will still be around. Because, you know, with installing Chao World Extended, I don't know whether we're going to be able to keep the Chaos or not. Because Christmas break is 2 or 3 weeks. Yeah, that sounds about right. Smarty the forgetting child. No, we didn't forget Smarty. Well, we almost did, but we didn't.
Select a stage. Who will you be?
What is Life says, what's Chao World Extended? So, Chao World Extended is a mod of Sonic Adventure 2. Basically, it adds, like, more custom maps for the Chao Gardens. There's also, like, different customizations for the Chaos themselves, like, in terms, like, you know, the appearance, the colors, and also, like, accessories they can wear, like hats and stuff. And also, like, different emotions and actions that were originally in Sonic Adventure and Sonic Adventure 2, but were taken out. So, basically, it's a mod I'll have to download online. Whoever forgets Smarty pays the ultimate price on Shadow. No! The thing is, like, those who know me know I don't really play around with mods that well because I'm not really that much of a tech expert per se. Connor says running. Like Connor running with his tail between his legs. Also, Sonic came back for a Shadow the Hedgehog base game series like Knuckles. Alright, so the thing is, like, I don't know all the ins and outs, but, like, the last time I used a mod was when I was playing Sonic Adventure DX, and that was because I heard the Steam port was absolute dog poo. So there was a SADX mod loader that basically updated all the textures and gameplay and graphics and stuff, where it brought it back to like the original Dreamcast version. So that was the only time I messed with a mod. But even then, it was just, I download this, I have the mod replace the stuff, and that's it. I don't know what's going to go into Chao World Extended, but thankfully, I found a Discord group with one of the Chao Garden experts. So hopefully I can find someone there that will walk me through the process of how to get it installed, and hopefully not lose the Chao in the process. Oh, that's interesting. The fins are starting to change, or the feathers are starting to change on top. Maybe it's because of the fact that I'm giving the green chaos drives to Nagoshi that's causing this change. Oh well. Gotta get that run stat up.
Select a stage.
Use the Vulcan cannon to ow! I already sent you a DM, so don't worry, I can walk you through it. Sure. Yeah, definitely. I appreciate it. It probably won't be tonight, though, because, afterwards I gotta break down some boxes, take the trash out, and if there's any time left, maybe, either play Chao World or FF Summon Rebirth. One of the two. I'll definitely get it or try to. Yeah, like, in terms of like what his life was saying, there is still there's still a strong online community for like, you know, Chao Garden stuff. Like, if you go to the YouTube channel CHOA, there is a Discord group that knows more about Chao World Extended. I just joined that recently, just for the sake of learning more about the mod. So we'll see. I mean, first you have to buy Sonic Adventure 2 from Steam, because I'm playing this on the PC right now. Like, I've got this Xbox controller right here, I'm playing on the PC. So the mod only works on the PC version. And as for, like, you know, how Chao World Extended works, it's something we're gonna have to learn together. Like, we'll learn it together. Like, I'm gonna try to get the bare essentials working. Like, So I don't know whether or not I'm going to do a Chao Garden live stream next week, because what I don't want to happen is I do a live stream and it's a whole bunch of bugs and crashes. I don't want that to happen. Oh, look at that. That looks awesome.
Everything will be okay. You shall.
Okay, so a few more levels.
Here.
Just subscribe to them. Cool, cool.
Select a stage. Who will you be?
That.
Okay.
So, what I'm thinking about doing is having a live stream during New Year's Eve. And what I'm thinking is, after work, no! Where'd they? What I'm thinking is, after work, I want to try to do a live stream on New Year's Eve. Like, I'm not going to be streaming during the big countdown, but, like, I want to try to see if I can, get some of my Discord friends, you know, from, like, the Space Marine playthrough or, like, the other hangouts, to join in a group talk. And what I want to do for this New Year's Eve live stream is just have a talk. Like, talk about, like, how this year went and how we expect next year to go. Nagoshi's, hey Meddler, good to see you. Nagoshi's alignment went from fly to fly and run from all the green drives. Neat. Meddler, since you're here, I have an important question to ask you. When you put in the mods or the mod loader for Chao World Extended, do you lose the Chao that are currently in the garden, or do they get transferred over? Like, I'm trying to figure that out, but I don't know. Because, like, it would really suck if we put all this effort into all the Chaos and then they just do, like, a Thanos snap where all of them disappear. Or, like, one snap for half and then the other one for the other half. More Chao fruits. More! So I'll give Nagoshi the Chaos Strides first, and then give him the Chao Fruits. Chao Fruits I'll start giving a dash.
Everything will be okay. Here.
It's funny, I've never seen a Chao evolution change so quickly. Maybe it's because the Chao's later on in the evolution that it goes faster? Maybe. There you go. Yeah! Sage, you scared me there. Yeah, I want to give Green Chaos Stress for you, but not right now. Like, Dash is like looking at the TV and is bored. Yes, yes, I love you. Here, have this. Do I play Mario? Yeah. I play Mario when I can. Oh, that's another game I could play. Mario and Luigi Brothership. I still haven't gotten into that. Or not too deep into it. Hold on. Meddler says, installing the mod should only affect your game files, not the save files. If you want to be careful about it, make sure to back up your Sonic2B_ALF file and the save data before installing. Okay. Yeah, I'll look into that. Goshi! Yeah, sure. Feel free to send those pictures, Sonic Gaming. You can also share them on the Discord, too. Alright, and go back for Chao Fruits later, but getting the green Chaos Drives is more important. Because I want to give Nagoshi the best chance possible when it comes to facing that Devil Chao. Yeah. Pedro, it's been a while. How's it going? I've been doing this for about a couple hours now. We'll probably go for another 30 minutes or another 45 minutes. We're trying to get Negotiate much faster so that way Negotiate can face the Devil Chao. And of course, we still have your Chao. What's his name? Sorry, just so many to keep track of these days. Japone, that's it, Japone. But how things been going with you? Haven't seen you in a while. No! Actually, Joao Pedro was actually one of the first people to receive a Chao. In fact, it was thanks to him and a few others that the Chao Garden Livestreams was even a thing. Because, like, originally how this started out during the month of April, I was trying out different live stream ideas. And I said I would only do more of these live streams if we had a minimum of a certain number of Chaos in the garden. And Joao Pedro Benitez, God, I'm butchering that name, sorry. Joao Pedro was one of the first people and one of the reasons that the Chao Garden live stream actually happens, you know? That's right, I also gotta check up on Smarty. Yeah, once I get these green Chaos Drives and Nagoshi, then I'll show you Japone. I think you're gonna be happy with how Japone ended out. That's okay. That's okay, Pedro. No worries. We all got things going on in our lives, so like I'm really happy that you're here. Anyways, like whether you're watching it live or watching it later, it's not like I'm gonna begrudge anybody for not watching it. It's all good. Okay, almost there. Just a few more levels. Just a few more levels, and Nagoshi will have maxed out speed. Now let's go check up on Japone. Where is he? Where is he? There he is! Look at him! A fully grown Sonic Chao, who's fast asleep. Do you want me to wake him up, or do you want him to stay asleep? Well, you got the back quills and the blue and everything. Stay asleep? Okay. But I just want you to know that you have a fully grown Sonic Chao. Alright, now to go check on Smarty real quick. He needs to rest. Hey! Oh. Alright, we can go with that. Then Smarty... Where is he? Uh-oh, Volt's hungry. I'm sure I can feed Volt real quick. But like before we head to the Chao races, I want Nagoshi's level to be run level to be at 99. All the other stats are okay. I just need that to be high enough. Aw, having trouble swimming, Smarty? Well, if you had spent more time actually swimming and less time in school, maybe it wouldn't be the case. But don't worry, I'll get you out. You're on vacation for a little bit, so there you go. Alright. Alright, back to more green chaos drives.
Select a stage.
Sonic Gaming says, don't roast me for my parenting. Oh, no. I'm not going to roast you for your parenting. We're just talking about the fact that you want the Chao to be in school more than you. Poor Tails, all this back and forth. I mean, somebody's got to take care of all the Chao. Go.
Select a stage. Who will you be?
Yeah, I think I would go for the Chaos Drive, so it'll increase his speed faster than just trying to go for the Chao Fruit. Oh no, you fell. Here's some green Chaos Drive so it doesn't happen again. Tails is the absolute Chao caretaker. Yeah, I could definitely see that happening. Like, you know, like in-game canon, like Tails is the one taking care of the Chao. Like if Cream the rabbit was not around, it would definitely be Tails. Also, hi Ike, good to see you. I don't think I've seen you before. Welcome.
Select a stage.
Ike says, you just showed up in my recommended and I'm glad you did. Well, awesome. Welcome. Happy to have you here. It's funny, like earlier this year, because like Toastamac, sorry, on Toastamac we do content about autism, and you know, a few months ago I did a video about why many autistic people love Sonic the Hedgehog, and let me tell you, that video blew up. That became like the highest seen video in all of Toastamac. Like, I think it's getting close to 30,000 views. And ever since then, I've been doing, like, you know, Sonic playthroughs. I've been doing live streams of the Chao Garden live streams. Well, I was doing Chao Garden live streams before the Sonic video I made. And, you know, and then, like, I did Sonic Adventure DX. I did a playthrough of Sonic X Shadow Generations, you know. Like, it's been a really great year, you know. But yeah, I'm happy you found us. Ike says I'm autistic, so this is perfect. Hey, welcome to the club. We got jackets. So yeah, like, I'm really happy I get to do these Chao Garden live streams because it's something I really enjoyed as a kid growing up. Like, I get to take care of children of my own. And it's like, now I get to share my love of Chao Gardens with all of you. That is absolutely awesome. Yeah. Oh, that's right. Yeah, if you want to join Discord, just let me know, and I'll give you a link. Yeah, there's the Naruto running.
Select a stage.
Sonic Gaming says, but I'm not testing. That's okay. You're still welcome. Not very active on Discord, but thanks for the invitation. That's all good. It's all good. No worries. From the video I sent. Oh, yeah, I'll check that out a little later. The one with Mickey screen. Oh yeah, that one. Yeah. When we were talking about what Disney's doing with the Mufasa movie in theaters, yeah. Nope. Not that one. There we go. It's like I'm trying to get through this quickly so I can max out the running. Because, like, all the other stats are pretty good. Just need to get run up. Because most of the race with the double chow is going to involve running. Like, fly... Nagoshi's going to beat the double chow out of the water when it comes to fly. And stamina's good too, so we'll have plenty of gas to work with. It's just run is going to be a very important factor. Okay, 88. Almost there.
Select a stage.
Like, Disney, give up your live action. The thing is, like, as much as I would want Disney to stop making live action movies and just stick with the classic films, I don't know if they're going to. Because, like, they got the live action of Snow White coming up. They got the live action of Lilo and Stitch. I don't see them stopping it anytime soon. And it's really unfortunate, you know? Like, the hand-drawn animations and with the mix of some 3D animations... It was back during a time when, like, there was something magical about Disney's work. Like, the animation, the music, and the, you know, the stories were, like, something you couldn't get anywhere else. Like, my favorite Disney movie is Emperor's New Groove. It was funny as heck, and I loved every second of it. Like, there was just so much to love about, some of the older, Disney movies, but it's like I look at some of the more recent stuff where it's live action this, live action that, you know. Ow! My finger. Right, you're almost there, Nagoshi. Next thing gonna happen, they're gonna live action a live action movie. Let's not give them any more bad ideas than they already have. Yep, we're almost there.
Select a stage.
There we go. Well, I wouldn't necessarily say like quit forever, because, you know, Disney does have a lot of potential, you know. But the problem is, like, not only are they trying to milk the live action like crazy, but, you know, there's also the issue of not giving the workers, the animators, and actors and voice actors, like, fair compensation, too. That's a whole nother thing, you know? Because, especially with the production of Inside Out 2. We changed the new it. Like, with Inside Out 2, there were actually reports of, like, some of the animators and workers either being pushed too far or, like, let go early, and they couldn't even, like, you know, get their stuff because they didn't want to affect the other co-workers and animators, which is funny because Inside Out 2 is supposed to be about, like, you know, anxiety and mental health, and yet the higher-ups were just pushing the animators and producers like crazy, you know? It's like, Disney can be a wonderful company again, but they need to dial back on the corporate greed. They need to treat the workers and voice actors with the respect and pay that they deserve. They need to do some changes, you know. They need to recognize that they've fallen off the path, that they've gone too far away from what Disney was supposed to be, and they need to get back on track.
Select a stage.
But is that going to happen anytime soon? I don't know. Like, with the upcoming live-action movies and the money they're making from the Mufasa movie, I don't see them changing anytime soon. And the only thing I think is going to change the higher-ups' mind in terms of Disney is, you know, as they say, hit him in the wallet, you know? If you don't want them doing something, don't pay the money for it. But hey, what do I know? I'm just a streamer who does a retail job as his full time, so what do I know? Excuse me. Hey, Aiden Paris, good to see you.
Select a stage. Who will you be?
Sorry for being tardy. That's all good. Happy to have you here. We're just trying to get Negoshi's run stat to max. Just in time for the Chao race against the Devil Chao. How was your Saturday and Sunday? Saturday was pretty good. Oh, no. Saturday was stressful. What am I talking about? Saturday was stressful, but Sunday was much better because I got to watch the third Sonic movie for a second time in theaters, which is something I've never done to a movie in theaters. And we had a little discussion about it here in this live stream. So another thing I was talking about is on New Year's Eve, maybe around, I don't know, maybe 6 or 6:30 p.m. I want to do a end of the year live stream where I look back at 2024 in terms of, like, you know, all the things that worked out really well and why 2024 has been the biggest year for Toastamac, as well as that. As well as go over, like, future plans for 2025, because 2024 was definitely the biggest year for Toastamac, and, yeah. And then I want to go over some ideas and plans for 2025, because, you know, we've grown really big this past year. Next year is going to be the year to go bold, where I do more of the videos that, while I can't monetize them, I do more of the videos that the audience actually wants to see, like, you know, why so many autistic people love Mario, Minecraft, or, like, you know, games physics and stuff. And then there's also, like, short documentaries about, you know, inspiring autism stories. But, like, ideally, it's, like, more of the content that people would want to watch, you know? But I'm also going to have to learn about Illustrator and After Effects, you know, if I can incorporate them somehow. Probably not, maybe so, we'll see. Like, this past year was about going big. Next year is about going bold. And during the end of the year live stream, I want to go into more details about what I mean by that. Go. Like, and there's going to be other things I'm going to be working on outside of YouTube in terms, like, you know, going bold. Oh, good night, Catcraft Streams. Thanks for dropping by. There are quite a couple other things I want to do outside of YouTube that's going to be bold too, but I'm going to keep those on the low profile. And only Ooh, Rifkin's evolving. Well, while he's doing that. Who's crying? Was it you? Yeah, it was you. Wait, Nagoshi! Get back out. What the heck? Oh, there. Okay, it was just a glitch, okay? For a second, I thought the evolution was stopped. I was like, wait, what? Okay, that's weird. Why is the cocoon glitching? But there he is. Ugh. I still need you to take these chaos drives. Almost there. But look at that. Rifkin, a dark-powered Chao. Look at him. He's like, I'm gonna cause some mischief today. Oh, look at the wings. Look at the wings are like dark black, like fire. That is so cool. Oh, Billy's gonna have Billy's gonna love this Chao. He's like, what mischief shall I cause today? Alright, just a little bit more Green Chaos Drives to go. Kami says, I recently found out that GameStop and Hot Topic both have better policies to accommodate ASD people compared to other really? Like, what sort of accommodations? Like, now I'm actually curious. Like, what do you mean? Like, I know GameStop is struggling just to keep their head above the water, but Hot Topic still seems to be pretty popular. Nope. Damn it, I was hoping they wouldn't overlap. Like with helping employees with sensory issues, and according to a worker at my GameStop, if you're ASD allowed to have a break like smokers do and can have headphones. Oh, I see. Okay. Well, it's nice they do that.
Select a stage.
So is Hot Topic similar in terms of those accommodations? Who's crying? Is it this Chao? Is it you? Yep, it was you. There you go. Alright, this should do the trick in terms of maxing out the run stat. Yep. Then for Hot Topic, it's the same because I used to live that had a Hot Topic and half of the workers were either ASD or ADHD. And they said it was a positive experience. That's awesome. Well, it's good to know not all retail places suck. Maybe I should have worked at a Hot Topic instead. Probably might get paid better too. Okay, so speed is maxed out. So now what I want to do is check one last time if there are any Chao fruits in the store. And then we'll get right to the races. Nothing. Darn it. All right. Yeah, I think we've done pretty much all that we could in terms like getting negotiations. Oh, it's Emmy that's crying. Hold on. Hold on, I gotta come back here as Shadow and feed Emmy.
Select a stage.
Wait, Sonic Gaming says wait? What for? Hold on, let me get some Chaos Drives for you get into a room in the school to see the principal. Oh, that's just shut up. That's just for information. It's not really anything special, it's just some basic facts. Shut up! Shut up, Obachao! Can't wait until New Year's Eve. You got any plans in particular for New Year's Eve? Going somewhere special or something? No, not that one. I haven't seen him before. Okay, we can drop by to the principal's office real quick. Just gotta make sure I take care of Emmy first. We'll go see the principal, and then we'll start the races. Make sure the principal feeds the Chao. Kami says, which makes sense. Both Hot Topic and GameStop have a high number of autistic consumers, so it makes sense that if they like the store and vibe, they probably go work in there. Yeah, that definitely makes sense. You know, if you like the environment, might as well work in it. Going to my family's small townhouse to watch hockey by connecting my tablet to my sister's TV and pop off fireworks outside. Hey, sounds like a good plan to me. There we go. Alright, I'm gonna go in as Shadow, quickly feed Emmy, then we'll check on the principal and get started. Actually, let me check on the Chao fruit situation. Nothing. Overload of nothing. Oh wait, I forgot. All the other Chao love me. Oh no, what do I do? Oh no, Rifkin's hungry too. Here, let me get you something to eat. I'll take a snapshot of this. Billy would love that. You just snatched the food away from me! You clever little Chao! While I was looking away, you just snatched it right in front of me! Yeah! Sonic, chill! You got to chill! I know you love me and I love you too, but you got to chill. There you go. Let me check one last time, and we'll also check on the principal too. There we go. There's some Chao fruits. Okay, let's get some Chao fruits into Negoshi and Dash before the races start. So probably a little bit more time before the race begins, but it'll be worth it. And we'll get some karate in there too. But first, let's go to the principal. All right. Mr. Principal, I have a big complaint about... Wait a minute, why did that statue just blink? Am I seeing things? Did that statue just blink? Oh. Okay, that is definitely creepy. That is creepy as heck. Oh, jeez. Now, Mr. Principal, I got an issue with you. I've been receiving complaints from quite a few classmates that you've not been feeding the chows, okay? I've had to pick up Smarty and Volt and a couple other chows from school. And you know the first thing they do? They cry. They are crying because you did not feed them. And I don't appreciate you not feeding the chows. And I also don't appreciate that statue just constantly looking at me and blinking at me. It's like it's trying to record this conversation, like I'm a Karen or something. Yeah, like, look at the statue, Ike. It actually blinks. It is blinking right now. So, I hope we have an understanding here, you and I, that you need to actually, you know, like, look after the chows, do your job, and, like, you know, actually feed the chows. Like, I'm sure you guys can afford a cafeteria with all the rings I have to pay for all the chow fruits. Surely you can afford to run an establishment in a cafeteria with enough employees to make good food for the chow, okay? Like, look at all this. You have these nice ceiling lights, the curtains on the window, this luxurious carpet, and you're telling me that you can't even hold a cafeteria for the chow, okay? Like, I don't like it. And I'm pretty sure Knuckles and Shadow would have a few words with you, probably involving their fist. So, I hope we have an understanding here, okay? So yeah, the principal just gives tips on how to raise the chow. That's all there is. Alright. Just making sure we had a understanding. Kami says, I posted a sneak peek to my autism and anime video. Alright, cool. Yeah, I could check it out when this is over. Alright, Nagoshi. I know I'm not supposed to be feeding you, but I'm feeding you this anyway. To give you the ultimate power. And you're gonna get fed. Because I'm gonna put you through some Chao Karate. Knuckles says, did you just say no? What? You get back here. Meddler says, there's a theory that the statue is the real Chao principal, and the principal and doctor are in cahoots and turn him into stone? I've actually heard of that before. Like, there's actually a live Chao inside that statue. It's actually a pretty dark and twisted theory, if you think about it. Yeah, I need to get your stamina up and all the other stats up. Now keep feeding them Chao fruits until there are no more Chao fruits. Then we'll get to the races and karate. Yeah, this might cause me to run the stream a little later than usual, but I'm doing this to give both Chaos the best chance possible at victory. You know, since this is the last Chao Garden Livestream in 2024, I might as well end it on a high note, you know? Like, I want to get the other stats to at least level 50 on Dash, and then stamina at level 60 at least. Well, maybe stamina at 60 at least. And then if I can get swim at power at level 70, I'll be golden. For Nagoshi, anyway. No, you had to finish what you... You know the rules. And you know the rules too, Dash. No, buddy. I need you awake. I need you to eat. I need you to grow strong and powerful. No, you. I'm doing this so you can win, Nagoshi. Tails might be too soft on you, say, oh, just do your best. No. You need to strive for victory. This is your moment. Your moment where you crush your enemies, see them driven before you, and to hear the loving cheers of your adoring fans. There you go. And now you can sleep. I hope you saw what I did there. That was a Conan reference. Ah, no more Chao fruits. Ah, whatever. Let me get Dash's stat to level 60 first, and then we'll start with the races and karate. But guys, or everyone I should say, are you ready? Because these races and karate are gonna be like, it's gonna be epic, I'll tell you. Like, I've given Nagoshi and Dash the best chance possible at victory. We're gonna see sparks fly in these matches. I wish SA2 was mobile available. I mean, I could see that potentially happening maybe in the distant future. Chao fruits are like onions. All right, Nugget, you can have that one. Little supersonic Chao having a snack. Yeah. Oh, why am I stuck on the tree? There we go. Almost there. All right, there we go. Ladies and gentlemen, and everyone in between, are you ready for the most epic Chao race and Chao karate in the history of Chao Garden Livestreams? Because as soon as Dash finishes that fruit, because he knows the rules, we will begin. All right, time to begin. But before we go racing with the devil, let's see how Nagoshi does on... Oh, right, wrong one. Back. Let's see how Nagoshi does on the level 3 race. All right. We'll do level 3 first and then do the double Chao. Just to see how much more powerful Nagoshi has become. And here we go. Nagoshi's leading the pack. Love to see that. Oh, he's blazing. Now let's see if that max fly stat go into effect. Oh, very nice. Get a little speed up on the climbing there. Because you know the Devil Chao's going to be a fast climber. We know that. So I may need to expend a little stamina on like the power moments, like climbing and also the shaking of the tree. Okay, now this part's not going to be in the devil race. Yeah, Negoshi's ready. He's ready. Yeah, Negoshi's absolutely ready for the devil race. All right, Connor. Are you ready? Because it is time! Negoshi versus the Devil Chao. Let's get it on! Alright, we maxed out stamina. We maxed out flying. We maxed out run. Negoshi! You got this. You're the makings of a champion. And here we go. Good, Negoshi's smart. Negoshi's smart. Not this again! That's where the thing is rigged. Oh, wait! Oh, the devil fell! Come on, Negoshi! Go, 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 go! Get out, get out, get out! Let's get a little head start on this guy. We have a lead. We must press on the advantage. Good, good, good. Aiden just baked his pre-made cookies. Awesome. Alright, shake that tree! Shake that tree! Shake that tree like it's the most delicious fruit you will ever have! Oh god, he's right there! Oh, that Devil Chao's closing the gap! Come on, Negoshi, go! But again, you have max flying. You should be able to fly over this. Or not. Whoa, your swim's good. Swim's good. Okay. That's something. God says you're the Knight of the Wind. Okay, I gotta be careful with the remaining stamina. I have to be careful because, like, I expended the stamina to get past the power points. Because, you know, I know the Devil Chao was gonna excel in power also. Okay. But Negoshi has a sizable lead right now. Assuming the Devil Chao picks the wrong one, which I seriously doubt, Negoshi should have a considerable lead. Or at the very least, this would slow him down. Oh, the Devil Chao's an idiot! The Devil Chao's an idiot! He picked the wrong one! Okay, Negoshi's got this. Provided Negoshi doesn't trip. He got this. He has this. All right, here we go, Negoshi, the big one. Fly, Negoshi, fly! Now swim for your life. There you go, you're almost there, Let's put some more juice into it in case there's like a trap door, because you know something like that might happen. Come on, buddy. Come on, buddy. Yes! Negoshi's done it! He's won! All that hard work paid off, Negoshi. You did it! Awesome! Go, Negoshi. We entrusted you with this. We entrusted you with our pride, our promise, everything. Okay, Vegeta. Oh my god. That was epic. That was absolutely epic. Oh, wow. Negoshi did it! He did it! That was awesome. Okay, that's one champion story down. On to the next one. Ike says, yeah! So, Connor, you must be feeling really proud to negotiate after that. Alright. Now it's time for my Chao to shine. He's at max power. He's Super Saiyan. He has the power of a master and a super-powered hedgehog. He should be triumphant in this battle. Begin! Oh, that's not good. That is good. Okay. That is also not good. Okay, just a little bit of damage. Okay, okay. No, Dash, 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 don't do this to me. You gotta hit the guy. There you go. It was like, Dash, the whole point is to hit the Chao. Like, normally I do not encourage hitting or hurting Chao, but Chao Karate is the only exception here. Good. Secret says his power is over 9,000. And fight. Dash, you are allowed to dodge the attacks. Just putting it out there. Good. That wooden stump didn't protect that Chao from Jack. Versus Rainbow. Oh, back again, I see. But you know, I was thinking maybe we don't have to fight. You know, we could be friends. There's no need for us to. Ow! Oh God! Oh, see, this is what I'm talking about here. See, I have a little bit of this. It doesn't feel too good, does it? I'm sure we can toss it back. Ow! Ike says run types are good at dodging? I thought it was the fly types. I mean, I could be wrong. All right, the rematch. Dash versus Wacky. Yeah, the rematch starts now. Uh-oh. That's not good. That is definitely good. Come on, Dash, you got this. You got this. Ooh! That was That was awesome! It was like a Dragon Ball Z clash. It was like boom! Oh, that was sick! That was absolutely sick! Oh my God! Actually, I wonder, there should be like one other difficulty level unlocked if I remember correctly. There was supposed to be this fourth one? Yay, Dash wins! Yeah, there it is. Yeah, the last one is level super. You know, let's try it. Let's try it. Let's see how far Dash gets. If I want you New Year's, I'll see you next year. Have a squeaking New Year. All right, Aiden. Have a happy New Year. All right. Dash versus Crunch. Fight. Oh, that's not good. Definitely not good. Wait, no, why are you sleeping? Why are you sleeping? The road to being a master is a long and painful one. Okay, so we still got some room to work on that. Alright, Dash, you were absolutely phenomenal. Like, absolutely phenomenal. Like, you might not be ready for the super level yet, but you'll get there. You'll get there. We just need to put you through some more training. That's all. I love you. But don't tell Sonic, because I love you more. And as for Nagoshi, we'll let him sleep. He's earned his victory. Alright. So that was a phenomenal Chao Garden live stream. I gotta say, that was phenomenal. So, that is the final Chao Garden live stream for 2024. And I'd say this was a pretty high note, you know? Time to return Nagoshi to the Hero Garden. Maybe a little later. So, here's the plan. Sometime this week, I'm going to look into downloading Chao World Extended, and hopefully I can do it in a way that saves the Chao Garden data here so we don't lose the Chao. Sonic, what shadow get your butt back here? So, hopefully I can get the mods in without losing the save data, and I'll chat with Catcraft streams about it. Now, I don't know if there's going to be a Chao Garden live stream next Sunday. I want to make sure everything works the way it's supposed to before I do more Chao Garden live streams next year. Because I don't want it to be a live stream where it's like all buggy and crashing and stuff. That just wouldn't be fun for anybody. So, hopefully I can get Chao World Extended to work. I'll keep you posted. And yeah, if you have time, on Tuesday, which will be New Year's Eve, on Tuesday at 6 p.m. Mountain Time, I will do a end of the year stream where I look back at 2024. And then like talk about like why it was so big and like some of my plans for next year. All right. So, thank you very much for watching. We've actually had quite a lot of people show up on the streams today. So, thank you very much for watching, whether you're watching this live or later. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the bell icon, all that good stuff. You know how it is. Hopefully this Saturday we'll have Space Marine 2 back up and running again, assuming the other Battle Brothers get the technical issues sorted out. But we'll cross that bridge when we get there. So, if you got time on New Year's Eve, I'd love for you to come on 6 p.m. Mountain Time, and we could talk about, you know, look back at 2024, look at 2025, you know, just have a little chat, that's all. So, thank you very much for watching, and until the next live stream, see you later. Sayonara, Shadow the Hedgehog.